Hello, students. Today we are going to learn about something very important in English. We will talk about phrases and sentences. Sometimes students confuse these two things. This is a very common problem, so do not worry. Understanding the difference between a phrase and a sentence is a big step. It will help you write better. It will help you speak more clearly. Think of building with blocks. A phrase is like one or two blocks together. A sentence is like a complete wall or a small house made of blocks. For example, if you say, "on the table," I do not know what you mean. Learning to make full sentences helps you share your complete thoughts with everyone. In this lesson, we will look at phrases first, then sentences, then compare them side by side. We will use many easy examples from everyday life about your family, school, and food. By the end, you will be able to tell the difference easily. This will make you a better writer and speaker of English. Let's begin this important lesson. Let's start with the first part, the phrase. What is a phrase? A phrase is a small group of words. These words are together and they have a meaning, but it is not a complete meaning. A phrase is only one piece of an idea. It is like a puzzle piece. It does not have a subject and a verb working together to make a complete thought. For example, my big brother is a phrase. We know who we are talking about, but we do not know what he is doing. Phrases are the building blocks we use to make our sentences bigger and more interesting. They can tell us where something is, what something looks like, when something is happening, but they cannot tell us the whole story on their own. They need to be part of a larger sentence. One example is in the kitchen. We know the place, but we do not know what is happening there. Another example is her new red car. We know what we are talking about, but we do not know anything about the car. Another phrase is after school. This tells us when something happens, but it does not tell us what happens. Think about the phrase with my best friend. This tells us who is involved, but the idea is incomplete. Another one is very delicious food. This describes the food, but what about it? And one more, under the big tree. This tells us a location, but it doesn't say what is there. Remember, a phrase is a group of words that work together, but it is not a complete thought. Now let's talk about the sentence. A sentence is very different from a phrase. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. It gives a full idea that can stand alone. When you read or hear a sentence, you understand a complete message. A sentence must have two very important parts. It must have a subject, which is who or what the sentence is about, and it must have a verb, which is the action or state of being. The subject and the verb work together to make a complete idea that makes sense all by itself. Think about our building blocks again. If a phrase is one or two blocks, a sentence is a finished structure. For example, in the sentence, "my dog barks," the subject is my dog. The verb is barks. This is a complete idea. We know who is doing something and we know what the action is. For example, I like pizza. The subject is I. The verb is like. Another example is, my mother works in a hospital. The subject is my mother. The verb is works. Here is one more. The students are studying. The subject is the students. The verb part is are studying. My little sister plays with her dolls. The subject is my little sister. The verb is plays. We eat breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. The subject is we. The verb is eat. Finally, the sun shines brightly. The subject is the sun. The verb is shines. As you can see, a sentence always tells you who or what and what they are doing or what they are. It is a complete story in a small package. Now we can compare phrases and sentences directly. The most important difference is this. A sentence has a complete thought, but a phrase does not. Phrase, on the kitchen table. This is a phrase. We know the location, but we don't know what is there. Sentence. The cat is sleeping on the kitchen table. Now this is a sentence. It has a subject, the cat, and a verb, is sleeping. It expresses a complete thought. Phrase, my older brother. This is a phrase. It tells us who we are talking about, but there is no verb. Sentence. My older brother plays football. This is a sentence. Phrase, studying for the test. This phrase has a verb form, studying, but it is missing a subject. Sentence. I am studying for the test. Now it is a complete sentence. We have added the subject I and the helping verb am. The thought is now complete. You can see how the phrase becomes a part of the full sentence, giving more detail. The easiest way to think about it is to ask yourself one simple question. Is this a complete thought? If the answer is yes, then it is a sentence. If the answer is no, then it is probably a phrase. A phrase is a part of an idea, and a sentence is a whole idea. A sentence is like a whole pizza. It is complete and you can enjoy it all by itself. A phrase is like just one slice of pizza. It is a good part, but it is not the whole thing. A sentence must always have a subject and a verb. So when you are writing, always check your work. Does it have a subject? Does it have a verb? Keep practicing and do not be afraid to make mistakes. With this knowledge, you are on your way to becoming a more skillful and confident user of the English language. Good luck with your studies and keep building your sentences one phrase at a time.